Welcome to another Kobei and Adrian Unfiltered episode 3. Kobei Washington, that's Adrian hosing off, and we got a great show in store for you guys today. Adrian, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So, first bit of news is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has met with Nets GM Sean Marks, and head coach Steve Nash today in LA, and has decided to rescind his trade request from the Nets and will be playing with Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving on the Brooklyn Nets this upcoming season and will fulfill his 4-year contract. Adrian, what does this news mean for the rest of the NBA?
Well, this means that the Nets should definitely still be feared. I mean, the Nets would be feared without KD, but that definitely adds more of the kind of like the fear to the Nets because now they have KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons playing on the same team, which we haven't seen yet. So that's going to be exciting to watch this season. And I was proven wrong. I'll say it. I thought he wasn't going to end the season with the Nets, but he is. And
me and you both.
That's going to be interesting.
I thought he was going
to. I'm excited to hear what got him to stay for the whole season because I thought he was going to stay. I thought it was too much for him.
Right. Let me check that out right now because Woj tweeted it out earlier, and I had saw it. Give me one sec. Also, I forgot to tell you. Also, even though this is a little off topic, hold on. I do wanna point this out. Okay, I do want to point this out. I want to congratulate Nick Saban on his 8-year, $93.6 million extension. Oh. I want to congratulate Nick Saban on that. He's a great head coach. Arguably, you could say the GOAT coach of college football.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, let me
he's definitely the first coach who comes to mind.
Right. He's definitely the first coach who comes to mind. But let me get into the Kevin Durant news. I'm sorry. I just had to
I mean, it's well deserved too. I mean, Nick
well deserved. Way more well deserved. But shoot. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Sorry. All right. So according to Woj, it says in the end, Kevin Durant and the Nets played out in a similar way Kobe played out to the Lakers in 2007. A tumultuous summer after the trade request, talks with teams, no deals, and ultimately deciding to return to the franchise. So it's basically saying that Kevin Durant really ain't get like any deals that he seems to, have liked or the Nets have liked. And the Nets also released a statement saying Steve Nash and I together with Joe, I don't know how to say his last name, Tassi? I don't know how to say his last name, but Nets owner and his wife met with Kevin Durant and Rich Kellman in Los Angeles yesterday. We have agreed to move forward with our partnership. We are focusing on basketball with one collective goal in mind: build a lasting franchise to bring a championship to Brooklyn.
And also breaking news for you folks: Shamai Cook is not happy. Shamai Cook just texted to the Unfiltered group chat. He's getting on my nerves. Speaking of Kevin Durant, so we're gonna have a conversation with Shamai after.
We will have a conversation with that man. But yeah, man. Looking at this, I have to agree with you, man. Looking at this Nets team, they should still be considered a championship contender.
Oh, definitely.
With a healthy Kyrie, who's going to be playing a full season. Well, should be playing a full season. We hope he'll play a full season, but he should be playing majority of next season. A healthy Kevin Durant and a healthy Ben Simmons. This team could be very lethal.
Oh, definitely. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna find out ways to still try to get the right pieces around them. To make this work. After the disappointing season they had last year, getting swept by Boston. They definitely want to come back better, bigger, stronger, and better than ever. So I'm going to have to agree with you, man. The Nets are definitely still a championship contending team. We really didn't know if they were still going to be a championship contending team, admitting the Kevin Durant trade. And if Kyrie was going to get traded to the Lakers, it doesn't seem like either of those is happening. They're both will be staying together in Brooklyn and figuring it out. So this Nets team is going to be this Nets team is going to be very, very scary.
Oh
in
yeah,
my opinion.
but yeah.
I feel like and the reason why I feel like they're going to be very scary is I feel like they're also a lot better on defense because of Ben Simmons.
I agree. Yeah,
we know. A lot of people give Ben Simmons a lot of slack, and it sometimes is well deserved. But one thing we can't take away from Ben Simmons is he's a great playmaker and he's a great defender.
I agree.
I personally 2 years ago during the first COVID season, I personally thought he should have won Defensive Player of the Year. I think he should have won.
That was a great season for him defensively. That was a great season.
I personally think he should have won Defensive Player of the Year. And now he's going to bring that defensive intensity to this Nets team who clearly lacked on defense.
Yeah, I agree. Year. But I will say,
and it showed in the Boston series. They were giving up big leads. They weren't closing out games. They were giving up too many easy shots in the paint, and they just seemed discombobulated. So now with all this drama and everything past them, I think they can finally figure out what they need to do to be a championship contending team. And like I said, they're definitely gonna be a top 5 team in the East, barring no injuries. Hopefully, like I said, Kyrie's able to play majority of the season.
Ben Simmons plays to his potential.
Right. Ben Simmons is playing to his potential because we know he wanted to get out of Philly. He's in a different
situation. So hopefully he plays better now. Yeah.
Right.
But I will say if it doesn't.
So hopefully the love for basketball that people say he lacks, kicks in for him.
I agree. And I will say that if it doesn't work out for the Nets this season, Kevin Durant is not staying. He's not staying.
I don't think Kyrie will either.
Oh no, I think Ben Simmons is going to be left alone in Brooklyn because I don't see Kyrie or KD staying if it doesn't work out in Brooklyn because this was supposed to be a super team,
right?
And I'm gonna tell you a little secret, folks. Super teams are supposed to win championships, not almost make it and fail to KD's big foot. So I'm just saying they're not going to stay if it doesn't work out for them.
Right. I agree. I don't think they'll stay either. I don't think they'll get rid of Kevin Durant because he's still under contract. You know what I mean? I think he's still under his 4 years, so I don't think they'll get rid of him. They'll probably most likely move like Kyrie if they can.
Yeah, I think Kyrie's caused the most problems.
Yeah, because he's caused the most problems, and he's only got this 1 year left, if I'm correct. I think he's a free agent, unrestricted free agent.
What about KD?
Kevin Durant, he's still under for his 4 years, so I think their main priority, if this doesn't work out, I think they will try to move Kyrie first before they try to move Kevin Durant. I think they'll probably try to move Kyrie and try to build that team around KD.
Which I think is a smart idea because KD is
very smart.
The ideal guy to build your team around. And just like LeBron. And I think that KD is a good leader. It's just you need the right personalities to surround KD.
Right. And this season is going to be a very interesting season.
I agree. Yeah.
We'll actually have to talk about now that the Kevin Durant news has broke that the Lakers are back in trade rumors with the Indiana Pacers right now on a Russell Westbrook deal. Hopefully we can get something done, but we'll talk about that another time. All right, guys, let's dive into our football topics. So first, let's talk about it. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Oh, Baker Mayfield. Your guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not my guy. That's Shamai's.
Oh yeah, Shamai's guy. I'm sorry.
Shamai's favorite player in the NFL.
Shamai's guy, Mr. Baker Mayfield. Well, we all knew this was going to happen. I don't think anybody who saw the trade thought this wasn't going to happen. But the Panthers have officially announced that Baker Mayfield will be the starting quarterback for their team in Week 1 against the Cleveland Browns. It gives him his revenge game. Adrian, I'm gonna ask you. How do you feel? How do you think Baker's season will play out this year? Do you think he's gonna be on like a kind of revenge tour because the Browns basically say, "Yo, we give up on you. You're not the quarterback of the future for us. We're gonna go with this guy. We're gonna go with Deshaun Watson, who can't play for 11 games. But that's just this season. Down the future, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be healthy. He's gonna be playing. Or do you think we're just going to see the same old Baker that we've been seeing in Cleveland?
You know, what I'd like to see is a revenge tour of Baker Mayfield. I would love to see a revenge tour of Baker Mayfield. I think the Panthers squad has a potential to be fantastic. They do, but
They
it's
have
up.
a
It's
they have a nice young core.
they
They have a
have a
really
nice
nice young
young
core.
core, but from what I mean, we really can't. I mean, like for the first couple seasons in Cleveland, Baker really didn't have a lot to work around. Because then he had Odell, then he had Jarvis, then he had Kareem Hunt, then he had Nick Chubb. Still, so I'm a little worried we're going to see the same Baker Mayfield, but you can't count out. I'm not going to count him out whatsoever because I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. Because he's
Definitely
like,
is,
wow,
especially week one.
you
Especially week one.
Oh yeah, you traded me for this guy who can't even really play for you this season because allegations. But yeah, trade me. So I think Baker's definitely going to come in hot, especially week one. That's going to be a very fun game to watch, I will say.
Right.
But
Definitely.
I really hope we do get a revenge tour. I think that would be a very fun season. If Baker does have a great season, I can definitely see him being comeback player of the year, which I think that'd be a great storyline. Just like he basically got exiled from Cleveland and he comes back and just takes Carolina to wherever they go. But I do hope that he goes on a revenge tour. I definitely can see it happening because we can't forget Baker Mayfield is talented. And Kobei and I have said Baker is talented. We just didn't think he was that guy for Cleveland.
I never thought he was that guy.
Or that like
for Cleveland. I thought he was good.
Make him.
Yeah, I thought he was good enough to, make a deep playoff run. But I never thought he was that guy that you just look at him. Oh yeah, that's the guy who's going to get us over the hump. The guy who could lead us to a Super Bowl. I never thought he was
he's not a Joe Burrow. He's not a Patrick Mahomes. He's not that kind of player. But and Kobei and I said too, especially to Shemai, because Shemai makes out Baker better than he actually is.
Right.
So you hype him up and then he's going to let you down. But you have to have reasonable expectations when it comes to a player like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a good player with no doubt, but I am excited to see him with Carolina this season. I liked what I saw from him a little bit in the preseason games with Carolina. Man looks good in blue. So I think it blue suits him. It suits him. That ugly Cleveland Brown no. I will fight with that uniform opinion all day. Come on. Man. So bland and so simple, but it doesn't work. Anyway, I can see Baker doing really good in Carolina.
I agree with you. I think this new change of scenery, new change of everything for him is going to be good for him. He was really in kind of a toxic environment in Cleveland. As you said, he had those weapons in Cleveland, but then, the Odell situation happened and it's
Odell's father
now, and that's when it really, Baker. Right. And, Odell's dad chiming in. It's Baker's fault. He's not getting Odell the ball. He's not hitting him. He's not throwing him the ball. That all came out. And then it's like, then the Deshaun Watson trade happened after they basically told Baker they wanted him. They thought he was the future. Then they go out and trade for Deshaun Watson and give him the largest contract that any quarterback has gotten this year.
Yeah,
this year, I think.
So Baker definitely feels betrayed. He feels betrayed.
They gave him a $203 million contract, and the thing is, the Browns knew that he was probably not going to be able to play for some part of the season.
11 games now. Yeah,
it was originally 6 games. Now it's up to 11 games. So that's more than half of the season that they won't be without their star quarterback. And you traded, Baker Mayfield. We think he's good, but we don't think he's a star.
Yeah, he has the potential to be a star, but you just need to put the right weapons around him, which it looked like that way with Cleveland. But the personalities with Odell and Baker just did not match well.
Right.
And I think Baker works well in a run-heavy offense, which Carolina is.
Right. And, having another safety valve with Christian McCaffrey as his new primary running back. He had that safety valve with Nick Chubb. We know how great Christian McCaffrey is. But
if he can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy.
But now I think Baker is going to be pretty fine in this
I
new
agree.
Carolina system. I think he's going to shine. I think he's going to have a great season. I don't see like a revenge tour type of season for him, but I think he's going to be very good. I don't see the Panthers making the playoffs because of the division that they're in.
I agree.
You know, they have to deal with Tampa twice a year. They still have to deal with New Orleans twice a year. Nobody really is going to be worried about Atlanta. Cares. But it'll be really a miracle for him to make the playoffs unless something happens down the road. We never know. This Carolina Panthers team is really young. They got a nice young core, nice young receivers. They're a run heavy offense, like you stated. Getting Christian McCaffrey back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. We know their defense is pretty good, but yeah, man, I just really want to see how Baker is going to play.
I agree.
In this system.
I'm interested to see how Cleveland does because they might lose Kareem Hunt.
Right.
So,
even with losing Kareem Hunt, you still got Nick Chubb.
Oh yeah, but I mean, what made Cleveland Browns good? I'm not going to say great by any means, but was that 1-2 punch they had with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb? Because they can take out Nick Chubb and they can count on Kareem Hunt to get the job done as well.
Right.
So without him, I wonder how they're going to do. Especially that they're not going to have Deshaun Watson for 11 games.
Right.
So I think they're building for next season. They're thinking more about the future than now.
I do still think Cleveland can make the playoffs. I definitely do think they can make the playoffs. A lot of things can happen in sports, especially in football. A lot of things can happen. But
it's a game of miracles.
As of now, I don't think they will be better. Even when they get Deshaun Watson back, it will be too late in the season. I don't think they'll be better than the Bengals or the Ravens. And who knows? They might not even be better than the Steelers.
Yeah, my boy.
Who knows?
Woo.
Who knows? The Steelers, they got a nice young core coming up too.
We have a very nice young
core. So they're in a really tough hole, especially with their division and how tough their division is. And not only their division, the AFC as a whole is tough. The AFC as a whole just got better.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Las Vegas. Look at the Chargers.
Denver
got better. Miami got better. The Bills are still the same. The Bills are still a team. Indianapolis, they got better. So we'll just have to wait and see.
AFC is a very strong.
Right. We'll just really have to wait and see on the Browns and how they fare out in the AFC. But let's switch conferences to the NFC. Let's actually go to the NFC least, as we like to call it.
Yeah, Shemai's division.
Washington Commanders stud DN Chase Young will be out for 4 weeks with injury. I'm gonna start on this one. I don't think it's too severe of a loss. I don't think it's too severe. It's only
agree.
4 weeks. It's only 4 weeks. It's not like if he was missing like majority of the season, like half of the season or like the full season, all right, then yeah, we have a problem. But it's only 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And his injury doesn't seem too serious for him to miss more than the 4 week time scale. So hopefully, I think the Washington Commanders will be fine. He'll be back on the D line, wreaking havoc like he did his rookie and sophomore seasons. I think they'll be fine.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. And then they'll just add Chase Young back into what they got going on. And the Washington Commanders, they're a
very commanding team.
I want to say commanding, but they're a very
they have potential.
Yeah, they definitely have potential because we seen what they did 2 years ago. Winning the NFC least. But they ended up losing the first round to Tampa Bay, the eventual Super Bowl champions. But other than that, this team is gonna be a surprise to me.
And I mean, especially with the acquisition of Carson Wentz. I wonder how
adding Carson Wentz. I'm still not high. I've never been high on Carson Wentz, even when he had his MVP season.
That was cut short by injury.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. I still was never high on him. he had that one good season, but I
Looks
told
like
you
Prince. Looks like Prince Harry, man. Looks like Prince Harry.
for me it was a fluke season. He just had that one good season, but I was, like I said, I was never high on Carson Wentz.
But I do wonder how he's gonna do with Scary Terry.
Right, but he has weapons on the offense with Scary Terry. He got Antonio Gibson in the backfield, and I feel like he has a reliable defense. That
I believe
so.
So.
So we'll just have to wait and see. What are your thoughts on this Chase Young injury and how it's impacting the Commanders?
Well, I agree with you 100%. I think that this isn't a severe loss for them. I think that they can do 4 games without him. Will they win those 4 games? I don't know, but you never know with the Washington former no-name team Commanders. So
right.
I do think that when they have Chase Young back, I am interested to see how they do with the new acquisition of Carson Wentz and how he works in that offense. But we can't forget that the Commanders' defense is very talented. Right. They have a really strong defense, and I am excited to see what they do this season in arguably the worst division in the league.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's between them and the AFC South at this point.
Yeah, but Kobei, you really said it all. I mean, I think Chase Young. I am excited to see what he does this season because he is one of my favorite defensive players. Because he's great. So I'm excited to see what he does when he comes back from his injury. Which I hope he comes back strong and that this is nothing serious.
Right. Like I said, it's only a 4-week timetable, so really it shouldn't be anything too serious. He should be back to his old self fine. We'll have to, like you just said, we just have to wait and see what's really gonna happen with football this year. I was about to call him the football team, but we'll just have to wait and see how this is gonna all play out for them. But hey man, another great show.
Another great show.
This is episode 3 of Kobei and Adrian Unfiltered.
Episode 3 already?
Yeah, man, it's episode 3. Shemai was episode 2. Now, us two, we're gonna go back into the Unfiltered group chat and talk our crap to Shemai because that's
definitely
that's what we love to do. But we hope you guys. We really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Give us some feedback on anything you guys,
give us your opinions.
We love to hear you guys' opinions, see what you guys think. And yeah, man, Adrian, another well done show, man.
Another well done show. See you guys next week.
See ya. Peace.